Papa, can we pray? Can we pray? Thank you, Lord, for this food. And good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching this from. So if you're new in this channel, my name is Susan from Susie's Kitchen. I just want to say thank you so much for tuning into my channel today. What I will be doing is showing you how I use dates, almond, soya beans powder to prepare my baby's food. If you haven't watched the video on how to produce soya beans powder, I'm going to drop the link down below so you can go watch the video on how I produce the soya beans powder. So this is what soya beans powder looks like. So I just have some, I like to store in this little container. So this is what it looks like. And this is what dates looks like. I have my dates here. I don't know if you can see this clearly, but yep, I'm just gonna open it. This is what it looks like. Just to show you one like this. And then I have my raw organic almond. Yep. So I'll just go straight away. And I'm sorry guys, I'm doing this, I'll be mixing this with this custard powder because it's having custard today. So this is, I like the bed custard. So you can find this, I always buy this from Walmart, but you can find it from the African shops. Just check around you. If you don't see it, you will see a custard powder, but I like the brand, this particular brand that says bed custard. So this is what I use. And before, okay, so I'm just trying to adjust my camera here, guys. I don't know if I'm showing this enough, but I'll try. So I'll be using 4 almonds today. Just 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm using 4 almonds today. And I'll go straight away with washing the almond. You want to make sure you give it a very good wash. You want to make sure you give it a very good wash. So I'll wash this about maybe 2 to 3 times, and we'll be good to go. Be still, I know that I am God. Be still, I know that I am God. Be still, I know that I am God. Okay, so guys, after washing, I'll put it in his little pot here. I have this little pot especially for my baby. Nobody uses this pot, okay? It's my baby's pot. The next thing I'll be doing here is to wash my dates. I'll wash my dates. I'm using 1 date for this, as I said. So I'll wash my dates. That's my baby making noise in the background. Thank you for allowing me to my show. 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 So I wash my date, guys. And after washing your date, it has a seed in the center. So, yeah, it has a seed in the middle. So we don't need the seeds. You can take out the seed by just cutting this in half. So as you can see, there is a seed in the middle. Okay, boo boo, I can hear you. I love you, boo boo. And then I'm just going to use the dates. I'll add it to the almond. And into this, I'll use about half a cup. Sorry, I didn't show you. Yeah. So, yeah, about half a cup of water. So, I'll be using about half a cup of water for this. And you cover this here and let it stay in for about 6 to 8 hours. If you're using it the next day, you can just do it and leave it overnight, and then the next day you proceed. So I'll let this stay in here for about 6 to 8 hours. It's been 8 hours and I'm just gonna proceed right away with the cooking. I'll start with high heat first, just to kind of heat up the pot a little bit. Then after the pot is hot, I'll reduce it down to medium heat and cook it for 10 minutes. Now while cooking, you want to check from time to time to make sure you have enough water, because you don't want the water to completely dry off. And if your water is getting dry, all you need to do is add a little bit more water to it. And that's it. Just let it cook for 10 minutes and it's done. So while that is cooking, I'll continue with setting up the baby's stuff. I like to set up his little tray. So this little tray is what I use for baby. All I do here is, I have his bib. I'll just fold and put in the tray. And I have his washcloth. I'll do the same thing, fold and put there. Yep, just like so. And over here I have his teaspoon and I have a tablespoon which I'll be using to mix the bear custard. And I also have his bowl. Yep, so his little tray is set up. I try to set up these things just in case you know, there are times that you're trying to do stuff and the baby is like crying, maybe not in a good mood at that time. So you don't want to carry the baby on one side and you're doing a lot of stuff. So I like to do some stuff ahead of time. So like this is set. Even if the baby is crying now, I'm okay that I can just carry him and then pick up this little tray and I'm good. The reason why I like using dates, almond, and soybean powder in baby's food is because of their nutritive content. Yeah, I like the fact that they contain protein, and you know protein is really good for growth and development. And they also contain fiber. Babies constipate a lot. I don't know about yours, but my baby constipates a lot because it consumes a lot of milk. So because of that, when I use this in his food, it really helps him grow easily. And also they contain iron and calcium. I pay too much attention to balanced diet, so I try to make sure that whatever my baby is eating, I do my research and make sure that whatever I'm feeding him with is balanced, that it contains all the basic nutrients that I need, like the protein, calcium, iron, and so on and so forth. Yeah, so the little advice I have for you today for this video is that you do your own research to see if it's okay giving these things to your baby. I'm not your nutritionist, I'm not your doctor, so you might want to consult your doctor or your nutritionist to find out if it's okay for you to feed your baby with these things. You know, babies are not the same, and some babies are, especially when it comes to things like the nut, the almond nut, some babies are allergic to nuts. So you want to find out with your doctor or your nutritionist just to make sure that it's okay to give these things to your baby. Yeah. So it's been 10 minutes and our nut is ready. So I'm just going to let this cool down completely before blending. After cooling this down, the next step is going to be blending. So I'll blend this nice and soft. This with water until it's very smooth. Just trying to get what is in the spoon out. So at this point we are good. Now I'm going to add in the blended stuff. And I'll cook this. So I'll cook this, I'll start with high heat first. Like I said, I always like to heat my pot first. So I'll start with high heat. So I'll do this on high heat first, just to heat up the pot. And when it's hot enough, I'll reduce it to low heat. And when you're cooking this, you want to stir it constantly. Don't stop. Because if you stop, it's definitely gonna have like lumps. So you want to stir constantly. So at this point, it's ready. Now it depends on your consistency, that you think is okay for your baby. You can add water if you want. But I do it very thick because I like to balance the consistency with his milk, and he's taking liquid milk. So it's too thick now. All I'll do is I'll balance the consistency with this milk. So I'm just going to show you the sample of the milk. So this is what I'm using for baby and for meal. He's already 10 months now. So I'm giving him the stage 2. And the one I'm using says ready to feed, so I don't have to add water to it. So at this point, I'll turn off the stove because I don't intend to cook the milk. So I'll turn off the stove and add the milk. Keep stirring. The reason I'm stirring it on the stove now is just so I can keep the food warm, because I'm adding cold milk to it. So I'll keep stirring and adding the milk until I see that I get the consistency that I want, which I think is already good now. Yep, so this is our bed custard made with soybeans powder, dates, and almond. He's hungry. So baby's eating his bed custard now, and he really loves it. Yeah. Good job, boo. I love you, my boo. So thank you guys so much for taking your time to listen to our video. Please, if you did enjoy this video, give us a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't yet done so, and why not hit the notification button so every time we post a new video, you will get notified. Thank you.